Can you make a JUUL Teen-Proof? Normally on this channel, we ask and answer questions that nobody is asking. So if you're a regular, you might be thinking to yourself, but Lewis, everybody is asking this question. But you'd be wrong. Vaping was initially created to give adult smokers a safer alternative, but now teens have taken up vaping. It's a really serious problem. Even the teens who live are cursed, now hooked on nicotine and forced to live the rest of their lives with small rectangles for mouths and to sustain themselves off of nothing but mediocre fruit smoothies. The problem is that there's a real benefit here for adult smokers to make the switch, but the danger of teens getting addicted is making people want to ban vaping altogether. Nobody is asking whether we could just make the teens quit on their own. And then I had an idea. What if we could make it so painful, so unbearably unpleasant for teens to JUUL that none of them would want to do it ever again? You know how spray paint and other inhalants have a bitter in them so people don't snort it? I want to do the same thing, but for a JUUL. Obviously, we can't just lace the pods with cayenne pepper. That would work on everybody, and we're just trying to get teens to stop. While I was sitting here trying to figure out how to determine whether a user was a teen, my girlfriend suggested that I use high-frequency sound as the deterrent, which is brilliant. We often hear that human hearing ranges from about 20 to 20,000 hertz. As we get older or go to too many heavy metal rock concerts, that range starts to deteriorate. As it turns out, 17,000 hertz is just the right pitch that everyone younger than about 22 can hear it, and pretty much nobody above the age of 30 can hear it. If we know that our punishment only works on teens, we don't even need to know who's vaping. We can just play a 17 kilohertz tone every time someone takes a rip, and only the teens will notice. Now, normally I'd build this right in front of you, but this build was a total snooze. So instead, here's one that I prepared earlier. The way it works is pretty simple. JUULs activate whenever you take a rip, and to conserve power, the vape coils aren't powered up unless you're sucking on the tip. Because of this, we can use the flow of current to activate a switch. The role of switch, in our case, is going to be played by a transistor. When you rip the JUUL, half the current goes through the JUUL pod and half the current goes through the transistor. Then the transistor's like, ow, you zapped me. And in retaliation, activates the sound circuit, which plays this horrible teen deterring tone. But I know what you're thinking, Lewis, how can we even trust that this thing works? You're just some random person on the internet. And you're right, I am just one random person on the internet. So why don't we ask a bunch of random people?
What's up?
Yo. Do you guys have feelings about vaping? How old are you guys?
16.
Are you guys all in like high school?
Yeah.
There are a lot of high school kids who are vaping, right? Do you think that teen vaping is a problem?
Yes, I have a 16-year-old brother who vapes.
I think it's stupid and is ruining kids' lives.
Yeah, I think it's bad.
I'm a school bus driver.
So do you think that the vaping is a problem?
Yes.
What if I told you that I've created the world's first teen-proof vape?
I'm confused. What?
I don't know what that is, but it depends on how it works.
Do you have any idea how it works? Every time you take a rip from the JUUL, this plays an ultra high frequency that is super annoying to teenagers. I'll show you.
Ooh, I hate it.
Oh. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Right? Can you hear that? Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think that would actually work?
Yes, to be completely honest.
Do you think that this would work at all?
I actually think so.
But like, is it pretty annoying?
Yeah, it's pretty aggravating. I don't
Everyone's
like it.
really.
I feel like you can probably get like adapted to it.
What if we made it louder?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Make it annoying after a while.
Yeah. Do you think that this would be an effective way to like get teens to stop vaping?
It's worth a try.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So
Right.
if an older person's vaping, he
Right.
isn't going to hear it.
No,
It's
exactly.
just going to be the kid.
It's just gonna be the kid.
That might work.
That's what I'm saying.
I think it's a great idea. I think it would definitely keep some kids from doing it.
All right, fair enough.
Like if I'm doing it and I don't have him hearing it, he really hates it. He can just like come over to him and tell me to stop.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea.
All right.
Nobody wants to be the annoying kid at a party.
Well, I mean, I guess.
want to be the annoying one that would make the noise.
I think it's a good solution. Yeah.
I really would discourage it. I think
Thing,
it
it's
would
like-
make it less cool.
Right. Do you think it should be something that's like required to be put on vapes?
I would love that. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really smart idea.
Just can't hear it, right? Okay, this is what we call a prototype.
Sorry.
Do you think vape companies would be open to willingly put this on their products?
I don't know if willingly.
What about JUUL? Because JUUL keeps saying that they don't want teens using their stuff.
Well, if they are for like all for teens not using this
Right.
kind of thing, they should lead as an example.
Do you think it's a better solution than just like banning vapes outright like they're trying to do in a lot of places?
Absolutely, yeah. Kids can still get them, so
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
All right, cool. Cool. All right, well, thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Pretty much everyone I talked to said they thought it would work, which was incredible. It just didn't quite have that ear-splitting ow factor that I was kind of hoping for. And in fact, quite a few people that I talked to said that it was lacking in the oomph department. But unfortunately, this thing's already cranked as high as it can go. So to close this out strong, I decided to switch it up a bit. Sounds around 12 to 13,000 hertz are perceived as louder and thus more painful. So with the volume cranked to 11, I made what I like to call the all ages version that I tried on a couple of friends.
Wait, that was scary.
Yeah, that's nice.
And with that, this incredible adventure comes to a close. But with any luck, we'll be seeing teen-proof JUULs on store shelves by 2020. Thanks for watching. If you like this one, make sure to slap the like button, get subscribed, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I put out a new video like once a month, but if you want to hang out in between, you can click the link in the description to join our community Discord. If you want to support the channel directly, you can click right here to help support me on Patreon, but if you're not quite sure yet, you can click over here to watch another video right away. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.